Hi all, welcome to Epic Haunts, the podcast where two guys and every once in a while, Gaz, we talk haunt events in the UK and then Orlando, Florida specifically. We may branch out to the future to the rest of the USA, but for now, we're not big enough for that. Anyway, I can't do this on my own, so today with me is Mr. Monster himself, Simon.
Mr. Monster, I've not been called that one for a while. But yeah, how you doing, buddy? I'm all right. Technical problems after technical problems.
Oh my God!
I think we're on take 5,000.
Yeah,
Right.
Mr. Monster, the name of Simon's DVD.
Sorry, people needs to go in a bin like Zoom at the moment.
Oh yeah, people, if you're wondering, we're using Zoom. We did try something else. What's it called again? Zentrol.
Zencaster, I think it is.
Zencaster, but with their update, our microphone, well, my microphone wasn't lining up, and I can't be bothered to set all that stuff up anymore. Zoom, we've just been having lag after lag problem, but you don't really care about stuff like that. So before we get into this episode, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube under Epic Multiverse. Press that bell notification when new videos come out and like the video. Also on all good podcast apps, Simon, what should they do?
Find Epic Haunts.
And should they give us review and star system?
Well, on podcasts you can, but on socials, just follow us, subscribe, whatever the button is to get all the latest information and updates from us three wonderful UK hosts. Yes, we haven't forgot about you guys, don't worry.
I have. He'll be phoning me this week, not happy with me. Anyway, on this episode, we are going to be talking about food and booze from HHN31. We're going to have my hype list finally, as Simon did his last episode. And if you are new, haven't listened to the last episode, go and check out Simon's hype list for HHN31. For some reason, I'm having trouble saying it.
And tell me how wrong I am.
There's no wrong and there's no right because no one's done it yet. And
everyone's wrong except for me.
Yes, well, me. Anyway, and also we're going to be talking Howl-O-Screams, going through all the news through there and looking at their map. Now, as per normal, I can not do this without Simon. He's the man in the know-how of it all. So, Simon, take it away.
Yeah, so I will put us onto a little thing.
That's the name of my DVD.
Anyway, moving on. We have got most of the food booths. I've got menus up now, so we're going over to Twitter and I'm going to look at a little thread from our good friends Orlando Informer. Even I can't speak today. I'm not going to make it any bigger than it actually is, and what you see on the screen is because great pictures, but they've been HDR'd, and if we try zooming in, it goes distorted. So this is the best I'm going to do at the moment. But this one you're seeing at the moment is at Battery Park. It's the Weeknd bar. It looks like it's going to be possibly a full license bar. We're not too sure. But they have got beer on tap. There's an Oktoberfest. There's a hazy IPA, a pumpkin ale, and what Julie's looking forward to, a pumpkin pie cider.
Very nice.
Brunswick cider, but Julie likes that. There's canned beverages and wine. And there is a speciality cocktail. And before we go into the massive amount of cocktails, it looks like it's different cocktails at different food booths, which I'm quite interested to find out if they do taste different or they're the same. But this one is Save Your Tears. Links in with another one later on, but I'm not going to go into what's in them, but I know there's some bourbon, there's some peach. Just look at the video, and it looks quite interesting. Prices are $15.49 for the souvenir, the cocktail with a souvenir cup, and $11.49 for a refill. Your ales around about the $12 mark, 15 with a souvenir, and then to be honest, not much different from last year, I don't think, price wise. It might have gone up a little bit, but moving on from the Weeknd bar, we've gone to Cafe La Bamba, which is over towards Central Park. There's a Burning Skull cocktail at this one, so obviously the cocktails are all different. There is a lot of looks like southern inspired wines and food, and I cannot pronounce any of them, so I'm not even going to attempt it.
Oh, please, no, Simon, please do.
No, I can't even read it. It's so small on my screen. It's very hard to actually see it itself. But yeah, there's plenty of food on there. Have yourself a look. Right, this is where it might get even worse.
I just want to say, before Simon goes any further, if you want to know exactly what there has been so many YouTubers who have actually been and actually tried some. What's her name again? The lady one we were talking about earlier on YouTube, the YouTuber who got
Jackie.
to try all the food.
Jackie, Super Infused.
Super Infused. Go and check Super Infused out, and you'll see the food.
Yeah, let me just quickly just try something.
I don't know what he's doing, people, but this is great podcasting if you're only listening. Ooh, that's better.
Yes, but I think I can only see one at a time. There's a lot of messing about fine. This. Yeah. No, there you go. Right. Yeah, there's 4 in this one. This one is over. Let me just quickly. This is at Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone. That's where you'll find your twisted taters, if you're interested. Yeah.
Controversial.
They have been saying with these ones, they have been giving out some free samples recently in the last couple of days. That's why I've Super Infused got to taste some of these. And she said the fiery twisted tater with queso, it's got crushed Cheetos on it, fiery red hot Cheetos and queso, whatever queso is. I've heard it being announced everywhere, but I haven't got a clue what it is.
It's not bad price.
Yeah, not bad prices, but the $9.99 for that fiery one. Then there's a twisted tater guts, blood and guts, which I think is the one with the hot dog in it. That's $14.99. Then your regular ones. Bit gutted they haven't got salt and vinegar, but they have got a ghost pepper.
Well, here's an interesting one for everyone. I have this real big problem with potatoes. I can eat fries. I can if a mashed potato is very, very smooth, I can eat that. But potatoes and big chunky chips, I just feel like I'm going to gag on. I don't know what it is. It's just something I just don't like them.
Yeah. Well, over there as well, we also have I don't think there's a picture of it, but there's the garlic Philly cheesesteak, spelt with a S-T-A-K-E. A Mummy's Curse cookie tablet.
I want to try that.
Yeah, that's quite nice. And then we've got another speciality beverage, Tinseltown Terror. I can't actually read this one, so I can tell you what this one actually has got in it. Old Forester bourbon, cherry brandy, sweet vermouth, Woodford cherry bitters, tart cherry syrup. So if you like your bourbon and your cherries, this is the drink for you. And then, there you go. There's a picture of the chili garlic Philly cheesesteak. It's $10.99. Looks like it comes with curly fries. Woohoo, curly fries.
That's not bad.
And this one is it says it's in Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone, but it's kind of not. It's next to Bumblebee's taco truck, I think, where we have the Chucky booth, and there's a Good Guy burger. That looks quite interesting, but is that candy on top?
No, I think that's some sort of cereal.
Right, but we'll see. We'll see. But there's also a Wanna Play beignet. Great play on words. And this one, I don't even know what this one is, but a chili lire sounds awesome. I don't know what it is. But
have you noticed next to some of these things as well, they've got some little shapes to tell people if they're vegan, vegetarian, if they've got nuts in.
Yes, there is. I think there's a few vegetarian and vegan options this year.
That should make a few people happy.
Yeah. Let me.
I want that burger.
Yeah, it does sound like it'll be a good one. That won't it? And then we have over the Springfield Barge. I can't read these.
Enlarge it.
Yeah. I've got to keep doing it individually. That's the problem.
There
There we go. You have the churro dog on a stick and the maggot covered cheese dog. Yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
anything else like that.
why?
Yeah. I understand corn dogs, but making it a churro dog and bits of rice, maybe, or would you say maybe Rice Krispies?
I'd
know.
definitely say it's rice.
Yeah. But there also is a specialty beverage over here as well. But I do believe that this one has been taken down, this board, so it might not be here now. It got taken down earlier on today. But we'll just say for now it's the
In all fairness, it says
Boba Peach Lemonade.
yeah, it doesn't really tell you anything about it, does it? So
But
maybe that's why.
Yeah, but that's if I turn it on to the next one, the Boba Peach Lemonade is exactly the same drink as what is on the Weeknd.
Right, fair enough.
Name. So that's what I'm saying. These could have been taken down because they've changed the drink. But at the moment, that looks like what they're doing over there is the corn dogs. Let's quickly go back to what we were.
Is it bad to say I don't like corn dogs?
It's not. It's not at all. I've tried them before, and they're an acquired taste, should we say? I personally don't like. I don't like the texture of the corn. Is it cornmeal they use and it's deep fried? Yeah. I don't like the texture, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And next one we've got in San Francisco. This is what I really am looking forward to. You've got a sacrificial remains at mac and cheese bowl, which is chili mac and cheese bowl with chorizo sausage fingers, and you've also got the burnt offering mac and cheese bowl. Now that I've never had mac and cheese. I've never had mac and cheese in America, so don't shoot me. I've been going there for 12, 13 years, and I've never had mac and cheese in America. But this one I am interested in because it's a white cheddar mac and cheese bowl topped with a char siu pork skewer.
What are we talking after tax? $10.50? That's a bloody good price for that.
I won't even say $10.50, mate. Tax is only 69%. So you're probably looking at that price. If you've got an annual pass discount, which I believe you do get your annual pass discount on these, that's the price you pay. Because literally your discount takes off the tax, technically.
That's good, that is.
So
there's that new can of drink everyone's going on about as well.
Yeah, I don't even know what's in it. I have to try it. But
you're the drinker of the podcast, so
yeah. But if it's anything like that rainbow IPA that I had, that Neo rainbow IPA that they had in the food booth, I will definitely be trying a few of them. They've got another couple of specialty beverages here. They've got a poison snake bite and a premium cocktail. Whatever the premium cocktail is, haven't got a clue because it doesn't actually say. Well, what's next? What booth have we got to next?
Again, we're going to our porn names, meats and drinks. Come on, guys. Someone's got a dirty mind.
The meats and drink, it does sound like that, but looking at this, your cocktails are the Bloody Mary. Yeah, Bloody Mary. If you like your Bloody Marys, this is the place.
Quick question.
Yeah, mate.
So the Bloody Marys and that, and are they all different? Like, you get the cups to keep. Are they all different cups in each section, or they
looking at some of the pictures? Yes, they have had different cups, but whether that's just for the actual food booth,
just me personally, if I was Universal, I'd have all the specialty drinks with different cups, because even if I don't like the drink or people don't like the drink, they're gonna want them cups. Money.
Definitely. So we'll just quickly fly through these because it's got quite a big menu for a little booth.
I'm not going to lie, none of this interests me.
Well, you've got spicy fried chicken offals. Great name. Spoiled angry bear meat. Sour beaten gummy heart, which I believe was in the tribute store last year.
Yeah, the LED lights underneath it.
What?
The sour beaten gummy heart had the LED lights.
Oh, right.
Underneath, so it looked like it was pumping up and down.
Cutting me off.
No, cutting you off is that one.
Yeah, but we have been doing that all night, so
it's just a little thing, people. When it's been lagging when we first tried to record, I was trying when Simon couldn't hear me. I was like, "Go time out." I thought it was Zach Morris out of Saved by the Bell.
Oh, that's a niche. That's a definite reference. Then I love the name of this one, Fresh Ground Princess. Yeah, I think that's a stab at a certain park over the road. And then this one, I think this is the best name, and I'm going to read out what it actually is. Fried zombie brains, and this is the vegan option. Fried cauliflower florets. I'm not saying anymore. I love it how they said fried zombie brains, and it's vegan or vegetarian, depending on which one that symbol means.
Quite
that
a lot of these ones
vegetarian. So, to be honest, we could spend all day going through all these.
Yeah,
but
well, pretty much. I
really,
think we've done them all anyway.
There's a couple of other things. You have got
You got the pizza skull, haven't you?
Which is cauldron. Yeah, peaches. Yeah, it's a like a mini calzone pizza, but with a sauce on the outside. Looks quite interesting. That, like we said, go and see Jackie and Sam on Super Interviews. They give you a massive insight into all of it. And I will flick us back to us. Hopefully.
Howdy ho! So let's get into my
screens down.
And while you're doing that, I will get into my hype list. Sorry, people. Brand new phone, forgetting where everything is on it. I've set everything up differently. I didn't swap everything over because my last phone had so much on it that it was just a waste of time and it was getting on my nerves. So many apps, so many photos, videos. The other phone just sits down as a spare. So Phil's HHN31 hype list. Now, if you're not watching on YouTube, it might be interesting to see Simon's reactions towards this. What would be pretty cool.
Well, I'm going to keep myself completely quiet and not say a word.
Okay. And I wish I had Top of the Pops music here. If I get it, I might add it in. So if you hear it and you're from America, Top of the Pops was a music show in the UK. Okay, number 10, Halloween. Done it before. I think I've done it twice before Halloween. It's just Halloween to me now. I know a lot of people are excited for it, but it's good. By the way, when I say my top 10, 10 isn't bad. It's just in the list where it is for me. The Horrors of Blumhouse. Yeah, I was excited at first, but the truth be told is I don't see what you can do amazing with these properties. The next one, I hate this so much because I can't say it properly. So at number 8, Fiesta de Chupacabras.
See, you look at it, you can say it. When I don't look at it, if I look at it, I can't say it.
Yeah. So. Okay, I'm just not that excited by it. I don't know. The Chupacabra has never interested me. So, okay, number 7, Spirits of the Coven. I don't really know much about it, so it doesn't really help me at this point. Right, number 6. This is where a lot of them are happening that way. Descendents of Destruction?
Yes, Descendents of Destruction. Yeah.
It sounds cool, but I will explain something after this as well. Why I think if they rushed a few more out, my list could have been totally different. Number 5, Weeknd. I'm just going to put that as number 5. I haven't watched his videos. I haven't listened to the music. I've done it on purpose, people. I know it would have been good for the event, but just in case the house is basically set on them videos, I want to be surprised. Yeah. I plan to do the house, and then Simon's going to send me what orders are doing, and I'm going to watch the YouTube videos. So the next time I go in the house, I'll be looking out for all the exciting stuff then. So that's why it's just mid-table. Mm-hmm. So number 4, this is because of Universal's podcast. What's the podcast called again, people?
Discover Universal.
Discover Universal. If you're not listening to it, they're doing little stories on there for some of the houses and scare zones to give you a bit of a background behind it. So Dead Man's Pier Winter Wake was actually going to be 7th for me because I know everyone's obsessed by it, but I'm not. But the story to it was brilliant. He got me so excited, little girl with her violin, isn't it? And how the pirate guy, sort of the guy at the water was nice at first, and then like Pirates of the Caribbean, all zombie-fied up. You know, and they're trying to kill the humans.
No, that's saying that I did mine before I listened to any of these, so you've been influenced a little bit.
Okay, number 3, Hell Block Horror. Who can not like a prison? And with the monsters in there, it'll be interesting to see. Simon may have to tell me, as he's more of a historian, that I may not know some of these monsters, and someone go, "Oh, Phil, this is from this Halloween Horror Nights and that." And you people out there listening who are probably massive fans are going to know straight away. So I think this is going to be and I think there's going to be some great Easter eggs in this one as well.
Yes.
Number 2 was Simon's number 1, Universal Monsters Legends Collide. That wasn't your number one.
That was my
Well, it was Simon's number 3. I can't remember. That's how bad my memory is. See. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love the Universal
in front of me
Monsters.
so I can actually see mine. I've got mine in front of me so I can see it.
Yeah. Universal Monsters was, I thought, a brilliant house. The second one I know didn't get much love, but what I saw of it, it looked great. So I want to see Universal Monsters again, and I like this storyline. I don't like this coast to coast part 1, part 2 to the story though. I don't like that. That's rubbish to me. Okay, and my number 1, what's been no hidden fact, I've been excited about it since the first hint of it coming. Bugs Eaten Alive. So many phobias in this house that even if the house looks rubbish to me, I know I'm gonna be people watching, and I'm gonna see some absolutely awesome reactions, and that's what you want. So that is pretty much on them. Okay, now we move across to my scare zones. Yet again, Universal have done this to me because they've actually done a scare zone as a story as well. I believe that was Sweet's Revenge, the one that's come out as we record this. So go and check them out. Number 5, Conjure the Dark. Yet again, nah.
Yeah,
it's I know. So yeah. It could win me over, but meh. Number 4, I should say. Number 4, so number 5 was Conjuring Dark. Number 4 is Graveyard Deadly Unrest. I mean, on Halloween Eve, a dark storm descends upon the cemetery. I think that area for me, though, is always too spaced out too much between all the props and that. So
yeah, but that... well, it used to be spaced out because that's what the parade used to run through, but now the parade's not there. They've actually kind of closed it a bit more.
Yeah, I can only go by what I've seen before, so...
Yeah.
That is pretty much it.
Understandable.
Yeah. And number 3 is Horrors of Halloween. Look, we all know that's the selfie area. Let's be truthful. It's the selfie area. Get your photos in, get into the park, and have a bit of fun. It's right at the front, so get it going.
Yeah.
So that's just an easy one to do. I think this was your number 1. I think I got the things wrong round. Number 2, Sweet's Revenge.
Yeah, that was my number 1. Now your number 2.
Now, that was to me was number 5 until I heard the bloody story of how
I actually haven't listened to the story yet, and it's still my number 1. Just because I know that area. I know that area is what it can actually be like. As a really good scare zone.
The way it interacts the cinema story and what happened and why the cinema shut down and that, brilliant. I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Well, my favourite scare zone of all time was in there, and it's from 21. It was Acid Assault. So if you're listening to this, and you know what Acid Assault was, if this is any level like that, this will be one of my favourite scare zones of all time. But I'm not saying it's going to be, but it potentially could be if it goes the way I think it's going to go.
And anyway, obviously, my number 1, Scarecrow Cursed Soul. I used to think it said soil.
It is
soil. It is soil. I'm reading it wrong there. It is soil. Why am I saying soul? People, give me a slap at Halloween Horror Nights. I can't read. I'm doing it.
You're getting your vowels the wrong way around.
Yeah. Anyway,
this
one's brilliant for me because it's I call it a 0.5 house. So I think this is going to be cool. So that's the reason, because it's different. I can't wait to check it out. This sounds like such a clever idea. If it works.
Yeah.
But by the end of the thing, once I've been, this could go to number 5. That's the risk with this one.
Yes, it could be, because this is a choking point. Central Park is always a choking point, especially when that show comes out, which we haven't got any pictures for it, but I believe the show times are 9, 10, 11 and 12 every single night, because leading on to that, we actually have had confirmation. Every single night of Halloween Horror Nights this year will be open till 2 a.m.
And the other news, if you haven't got tickets already, you ain't going to the first night.
No, second night, Sunday the 4th.
I thought it was. I swear it was the first night.
No, it's Sunday the 4th because it's Labour Day, the day after on the Monday. So I think a lot of people got a day off.
Okay, I thought there'd be a Friday as well, but I thought it was the first night. But the serious thing is, I think if you're a hotel guest, I think you'll be able to get in again if you've got a ticket.
Well, it does say tickets for all the nights are available, but if you've got a frequent fear pass or a rush for fear pass, because don't forget, frequent fear, rush for fear, and all them do include
Oh
first
yes,
opening weekend.
yes. By everyone else's
So-
ticket, they have to book the day, don't they?
Yes, so single night tickets are not available, but if you've got a Rush of Fear already, you've got a frequent fear pass, and you buy it now, you'll still be able to get in because it's already allocated that slot, if that makes sense. But don't quote me on that. But that's what I have actually heard and seen. So I think that's going to wrap up
Halloween Horror Nights.
HHN31. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can't wait to go.
Yes, and we will be there. I'll be there in less than 2 weeks.
I'll be there in just about 2 weeks.
So what we'll do, we'll move further down International Drive. You see, down.
That looks so wrong on
Yeah.
the video, by the way. Sorry for everybody out there.
Well, anyway, let's go over to Howl-O-Scream. Everything has now been announced, and they've released a map. We have a map of what the event's going to look like. So I will scroll down a little bit, and you can have the map in all its glory. A bit bigger on the screen now.
That looks better. You can see it all on the screen like that.
And I looked at this map, and it does look like the entrance is in the same place it was last year. It's not the main entrance, because the main entrance is usually towards Manta.
It is going to be very confusing for a lot of people to find that entrance,
so
especially for foreigners.
Well, all you need to do is when you come into the car park, you usually head left towards the entrance. You will turn right to Howl-O-Scream. Instead, go towards the back of the back.
In all fairness, if you get off the I ride, you're literally on for a massive walk past the entrance.
Yeah, because that's where the new roller coaster is being built. So obviously they're not going to use that area because you'll be going into the entrance towards Icebreaker. So it's kind of like the other side of the car park. It'll be easier to think, but looking at this map, as you can see, there's 2 houses at the front of the park, there's 2 houses towards the middle, and then 1 over towards Manta, and you can do a full circle. So that does look like it could be an interesting way to do it. So whether you want to go left or right after you come past Icebreaker, it's up to you. But it does look like you can make a loop, which looks a bit better than going to one end and coming all the way back like it was last year, I believe so. So there you are, and obviously now we've got all the houses. We've got
so
Simon
5
of the
houses.
Seas. 5 houses, yeah. We've got Simon of the Seas, which is new. We've got new Blood Beckoning, Revenge, Drowned in Darkness. It doesn't say whether that's new or is that exactly the same as last year. I think it might be exactly the same as last year, maybe. And Beneath the Ice. They are your 5 houses. I think we've spoke about these before, haven't we?
So let's get straight. Sirens, Blood Beckoning, Dead Vines, Root of All Evil, Captain's Revenge, and Drowned in Darkness. And then Beneath the Ice. So there's only 2 new ones, one reimagined, and 2 what are basically the same as they were before.
Yeah.
That's cool.
From what I've heard, Dead Vines was one of the best houses from last year. So they reimagined that, and there's 2 new ones and 2 of the normal ones. This is where they actually blow Universal out the water. They have got, I think it's 7 scare zones.
It's a lot. So instead of doing so many houses,
scare zone called Sea of Fear. Yeah. To be honest, it does probably warrant its own episode. This, but we're coming up, so we'll explain why at the end of this in a minute. But you've got Sea of Fear, which is a new scare zone. Cargo Carnage, which is another one. Terrors of the Deep, which is another new scare zone. Cutthroat Cove, that was there before. Frozen Terror, Alive in the Ice, and Deadly Ambush, and Witchcraft Bayou. I have no idea about these 4 that are returning because I've actually avoided all spoilers.
We've said it on many podcasts. We don't know anything about it, and that's hence why we can't really go deep into Howl-O-Screams until next year because we're newbies. So we're both newbies. We don't really know anything about it.
We don't want to go into too much detail yet because we don't want to hype ourselves up too much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we could start overthinking things and spoil it. Like with Halloween Horror Nights, we kind of know what we're going to expect. With Howl-O-Scream, we know nothing. So
this is where also
brand new.
This is where I think they beat Halloween Horror Nights as well. 3 terrifying shows and a themed bar experiences.
And I think
I like,
lost Phill, or lost me.
yeah, I've been talking to myself for a few seconds on purpose. So what I was saying, terrifying shows, lurking in the depths, obviously, Siren Song and Monster Stomp, brilliant ideas, brilliant free shows. The bar experience, this is where they beat Halloween Horror Nights. I love that they theme these bars, properly theme them. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, it definitely does. We've been through a few of the bars, but the latest one we've got is A Rovers on the Rocks. You've got Longhorn Tavern, Tortured, Poison Grotto, and Siren's Last Call. All have signature drinks, all have, I believe, different drinks. So anyway, looking into that looks quite fun. And then we have Roaming Haunts.
What does that mean?
I think they're like roaming hordes that they had in Halloween Horror Nights, where they just wander around the park.
Oh, so scare actors from certain zones will just go anywhere.
Yeah, so you've got the Sirens, you've got Simon Minions, and then you've got Camo. So it looks like there's people hiding in the trees, plants.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, the roller coasters in the dark.
Yes. I will just go back to the map, because the map shows you which roller coasters are actually open. We have Icebreaker, Manta, Mako, and what was rumored not to be open, but I found out it actually is. Infinity Falls is going to be open.
No, I don't like doing it through the daytime, getting my clothes all chlorine wet. I will not be doing it at night time. We have a little pause here. This is a problem we've been having, people with the internet, with Zoom. Hopefully I'll have Simon back in a minute, because I'm actually recording.
Yeah. Well,
and Simon is back.
I never left, but Zoom seems to be having a funny one again.
He was doing so well most of the show as well. So I think we might want to call it a day on this end, mate, before it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah. I'll stop the show now.
So people, can you follow us on all TikToks, Instagrams, what's it called? Twitter. That's the one, Twitter. Follow us on there, all our epic haunts like that. On TikTok and that, I will be doing a lot of videos going through the events, Howl-O-Screams and Halloween Horror Nights. So little videos and some bigger ones as well. Also, I will be doing it as Gaz likes saying it, cheap plug Phill. Epic Phill on YouTube. I am vlogging my holiday for the 21 nights out there. So if you want to check out all that stuff as well, there will be Halloween Horror Night special stuff and Howl-O-Scream special ones as well. So check them out. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Simon, what's the YouTube channel?
Epic Multiverse. You catch me out. You doing?
I did try and catch him out there. I can't lie.
All together is. Yeah. Well, why we tried to put these two together is we've only got a week or so before we actually leave to go to the US. So we're trying to do a UK one as well, because there's quite a few UK ones we're doing, and we want to do a complete show just for the UK one. So that'll be the next one out next week, if we have, fingers crossed, we don't have any more issues. And then our updates will be coming from the United States while we're over there. As you said, Phill will be doing it on TikTok. I'll be doing it on Instagram. So follow us on them if you can. And that's really it. Just wanted to let you know what was happening.
One more thing. If you see Gaz out there, and Gaz, if you're listening, tough, ask him when he's coming back on the show. Get him back on.
Yeah. We can't see. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
No, and he's got too big for us on YouTube. And that's, yet again, YouTube, check him out. The Incredible Wilsons. Right. And it's because this lagging is getting on my nerves, and Zoom, you can absolutely off like that. For me, it's be epic, and from Simon,
stay spooky.